Hello everyone and welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. The good news is, for those of you that have been keeping up with myself on social media and all that kind of thing, I finally have my taste of sense and smell back. So now we can review this wonderful thing, which we've been waiting to review for quite a while. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. My taste and smell is roughly about sort of 90% of what it used to be. It is slowly coming back to full. Luckily, we film these videos in blocks when I film them from home, just so we can get loads done, loads edited, and loads out. Thankfully, we did that, because otherwise there'd have been no videos last week at all, because I couldn't smell or taste a thing apart from salt. But here we are anyway. For those of you that are with the channel a lot, thank you. We reviewed Wild Turkey 101 last year, and no, year before. Yeah, because it was Whiskey of the Year 2020, I think. Loved it. I don't think there's a better value standard bottle of bourbon available anywhere. I just don't think there is. Enter this, which is barrel proof, cask strength at 116, 116.8 proof, or 58.4% ABV. I've been lucky enough to be in a room with both Jimmy and Eddie Russell, and they've both put the guarantee that this is a small batch product of roughly 250 barrels. Same Wild Turkey mash bill that we're all familiar with and love, but just a cask strength, unique barrel offering. I'm just going to play, will that sit in shot? I feel like I might knock it over. Might just put it there. And it's been in the glass for about sort of 20 minutes. But it's got that beautiful golden kind of hue to it. Very classic, just caramel colour. This whiskey is natural colour, but it does have the look of just some beautiful liquid gold, really. Coats the glass quite nicely too. If I put this shirt in the background, you might be able to see the coating of the glass, hopefully so. Very oily, very rich. But let's smell, let's taste, and let's see what's going on with Wild Turkey Rare Breed. It's so nice to be able to smell whiskey again. As soon as my taste went and my smell went, I poured a very heavy glass of this and was just drinking it throughout the night to be like, maybe it's just like a psychosomatic thing, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. But no, I genuinely lost it. When you can't taste cask strength anything, I even tried drinking Lafroig and I couldn't taste a thing. So that's how intense that was. I've owned a few bottles of this whiskey, but I've for some reason never reviewed it, and it's one of the only small batch products which is remarkably consistent, much like most Wild Turkey, to be honest with you. The nose on this, I always get an amazing aroma of Coca-Cola, and always have done from Rare Breed. Behind that, and some of the notes that I associate with Coca-Cola, things like angelica root, lemongrass, which I know is a weird one, brown sugar, a little bit of licorice. There's obviously the corn there, but it's not providing you with that kind of vanilla-y toffee thing. It's more buttery, like it smells like kind of brown butter in a pan when you're getting ready to fry something. There's a nice bit of marzipan, and some Christmassy style things too, like cinnamon, allspice. Yeah, that brown butter, brown sugar. Slightly minty, Coca-Cola-y, angelica root, licorice thing is just beautiful. I know with the online Scotch Whisky Awards, to my detriment, I don't remember what won Best Grain Whisky, because I think that still counted as bourbon. I don't think there was or was there a separate category for other world whiskey? I don't remember. Either way, this was shortlisted, along with things like Redbreast 15 and all that kind of stuff. I think Redbreast won. I think. Yeah, it was really nice to see this on there. So it's already a very loved bottle. This particular bottle cost me, let's not include shipping because I bought several things at once, but in general, £54, which for a cask strength bourbon, pretty good. A little bit cheaper than the Ezra Brooks we reviewed last week. but still like insane value. The licorice thing is really popping now. I'm not a huge fan of the taste of licorice, but I do quite enjoy the smell of it. And there's a lot of that happening right there. Apologies if you hear any banging in the background. Our neighbours are getting particularly DIY driven at the minute. Let's taste it. Whoa. My God. Apologies for all the noises you might be picking up there. It might be the thing of constantly saying Coca-Cola, but the way that arrived and the way the spice moved around my tongue reminded me of like the first sip of a can of like a soft drink that's carbonated. You crack the top on it, and the carbonation of it kind of feels like spice and fizz, and it moves around your tongue. That's how that moved. It kind of swelled and just filled every part of my mouth. Comes across initially as a little bit more savoury. You almost get these kind of dill notes, which I've only ever really gotten before from Old Forester birthday bourbons and some Old Forester in general. Let's try that again. My tongue should be used to the spice by now. So yeah, even now that I'm accustomed to the spice, the smell is this very sweet, alluring thing. The taste is quite different. It does move into a savoury, spicy. What is that? Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay, so dill, tons more licorice. Not the smell, but the taste of things like garam masala. A kind of slightly drying, spicy but not chilly thing. There is a slight butterscotch element to it, but I think that's more of a texture rather than actual taste. It has lined all of my mouth in the same way that we love things like Ardbeg for. It's just very mouth coating. The rye is really making its presence felt, but it's not making its presence felt in a typical way of things like allspice and cinnamon and nutmeg. Excuse me, it's more of just very light mint, very mentally, but it's kind of refluxing throughout my mouth. It doesn't really want to go away. There's the oak. It feels so fresh. Like, obviously no one's ever eaten fresh oak before, but I remember as like a teenager being in design and technology class and like soaring through wood. That smell, that's what's in my mouth right now. Hot, freshly sawn wood. I can feel the char in it. And a very, very long finish. I'm pretty sure I can still taste the first mouthful. I think you all know where this is going. There are some very exceptional bourbon in the world, as there are exceptional whiskies in every category, but there aren't many which still maintain very consistent quality, because there's tastes of every wild turkey rare breed I've had. The only thing this one's missing is that the last batch I had this really nice like honeysuckle, like honey note towards the end of it, and it amplified the butter texture. in a big way. This one is slightly missing that. If you want actual numbers, I don't think there are batch numbers on these things. I can't see one anywhere. Actually, there's normally some sort of batching number. Can't see a batch number on it, so I'm not sure what batch to give you. There is something small on the back of the label which has treble 2512. See if we can just kind of pull it in there. I don't think the light's going to benefit it, but it is just there. So this batch doesn't have that. It doesn't have that kind of additionally buttery finish, but it's still nearly top marks. Like this thing gets a solid 9 from me. The spiciness is impressive, and perhaps I'm marking it down a little bit because I'm finding it too intense just due to the state that my palate is currently in. Whereas with the 101, even at the 50.5%, it still drinks relatively easily. There's no sort of huge intensity with it. You kind of know what you're getting. The first hit of the spice on this was outrageously good, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe that's not for everyone. But by all means, if you are a bourbon fan, if you hadn't tried this, it's something that you have to try. It is just an exceptional style of bourbon. Thank you all very much for watching. This is Wild Turkey Rare Breed, a cash strength small batch offering. That's a 9 out of 10 from me. Thank you all for watching very much. You will see many cool things coming through. Next week's video is particularly cool. So by all means keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.